You see in Acts chapter 9, verse 15 to 16, the Lord called a man called Ananias, a disciple, who was living in Damascus, to go to heal Paul when his eyes were blinded and to baptize Paul. This man was so afraid. And the Lord spoke to Ananias and said in court, but the Lord said to him, go, for he is a chosen vessel of mine to bear my name before Gentiles, kings, and the children of Israel. For I will show him how many things he must suffer for my name's sake. In 2 Corinthians 12, verse 9, now Paul mentions, speaking of his thorns in the flesh, he prayed 3 times that God will take away the situation. God did not take away the situation, but said, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. And such a man will not come to lose his heart because of all this. The point here is that when a man is called by God, he will go through trials and persecution and a lot of things. But it's so interesting that God will tell Paul the things that he would suffer for his name's sake. And can you imagine all of us, if God tells us the things that we are going to suffer for his name's sake, how many of us are going to say, Lord, I'm here, use me? Many of us would surrender. But again, it's very interesting that when Paul had the thorn in his flesh, whatever was hurting him in his body, some people said maybe he cried for healing. Maybe his eyes were not working well. He cried that the Lord would heal him. But the Lord did not heal him. Instead, the Lord says, my grace is sufficient for you. And I love the second part of it. My strength is made perfect in weakness. I'm so glad for the weaknesses in my life. If I didn't have any weaknesses, I would be exalting myself beyond of God. But my weaknesses are there to exist so that God's strength can be revealed, so that I can be on my knees. I love the times where I say, God, I surrender. I can't do this. Take over.